everybody, I know this is a really, really weird place to film, but this is where I can film right now, and I'm going to apologize for the lighting because, again, it's later on at night, and I'm just really trying to get a couple videos filmed while I have the free time. So first things first, I want to thank everyone who sent me cards for Vlogidays, who sent me little gifts for Vlogidays, everyone who tuned in. I feel like it was a really good Vlogidays. I had a lot of content and I wasn't too stressed until the end when my computer started giving me issues. I'm having some sort of issue with my display driver again. If you've watched my channel for any amount of time, I was having this issue a few months ago as well where like my computer will crash, but it will pick back up the movie maker whenever I'm editing, and it normally it's okay, but every now and then whenever I go to upload the video, then it'll like make squiggly lines or black out part of the video where it, you know, can't figure out what to do because from when my computer crashed. So I think I have one more of those videos. Unfortunately, it's Aubrey's video. Unfortunately, I think I deleted all that footage. Not to mention that video took me a really long time to edit, so I won't be re-uploading that. But it was good until then, and then it did get kind of stressful. But definitely planned out a ton of my videos this time. I wasn't like on a next day, you know, type of Vlogidays because I just can't do that. It's too hard for me with the kids and with their schedules and with everything going on. But I had a great Vlogidays. I really enjoyed it. You know, you got to see my vacation, which I didn't think I was going to be able to edit that quickly, but I got that up real quick and just had a great time, and I'm glad I have that memory. We have, I guess, resolutions for 2016, and I'll say that our resolution is family. My husband, my kids, and I all sat down and we all decided that family is number one. So as you know, maybe you don't know, I was babysitting last year. I babysitted for this family before in the past, and it's a close friend of mine, and I love doing it. I love her children. Her children are just great. I can't say anything bad about them. They don't give me any problems. It's like the ideal working situation. Not to mention, I'm helping out a friend. She's paying me and helping me. Like, it's a win-win situation for everyone. However, the last like month or so, I was really stressed out with Trevor. A lot of things going on. I had to be on the phone a lot. I really needed to be able to go and deal with some things at the school a lot that I couldn't always deal with. And we're pretty sure I've made the decision that he's probably not going to be riding the bus, at least not on a regular day-to-day basis anymore. So I really have to like change some things in my schedule. And unfortunately for me, I made the decision to stop babysitting, which was a cut of income for me. And I mean, it's not a ton of income, but it's still income. And you know, it also took away a close friend of Casey's that he's playing with on a regular basis, and that's something that's really good for him. It's really, really good for him to have that socialness and whatever. But with everything going on with Trevor, he needs to be number one. All of this started around January, February, March of last year, and we're done. Like, we're done. We're putting it into it. Like, we've tried everything. We're finally getting to the end of it. So I feel that I just need to be like all focused on him as much as possible. So for now, I've stepped back from babysitting, which I've stepped back from income, which, you know, we're having to kind of move some things around in our budget. Where 2015 was our best year financially. We had a great year, and you know, trying to make sure that we are in that same path for good finances and stuff like that. So there's that. I did have to quit babysitting. As of now, Ellie is enrolled in school 2 days a week until January 20th. As of January 20th, I'm going to know if she's going to stay or if she's going to just stay back home with me. We're, you know, trying to see if she qualifies for services and things of that nature. So as of now, on Mondays and Thursdays, I'm taking that as my me time. We sat down and we realized me going to the gym at night, it's not beneficial for me. It's not beneficial for the kids. It's not beneficial for the house. It's not beneficial for my husband. When my husband gets home from work, the last thing he wants to do is deal with 4 kids trying to make sure that he's getting every single thing done. He's tired. He doesn't have a desk job. He is a working man and he works hard, and I know that that's not ideal for him. So, you know, there's that. For me, I'm typically exhausted. I'll typically find ways to say I'm not going, bow out of it, because it's hard. It's hard going to the gym at 7, 8 o'clock at night. And then for the kids in the house and stuff, it just kind of ruins their routine, and they need routine. We've really realized that our kids really thrive on routine. So I'm going to go to the gym on Mondays and Thursdays when Ellie's in school. And then I'm also going to go on Sunday mornings, and I'm going to coupon after that. So now I'm getting my me time. I'm getting my time at the gym. I'm going to hopefully lose some of the weight that I've gained. I've gained a lot of weight. Yes, I'm well aware of the weight that I've gained. But I've been depressed. I've been sad. I've been stressed out. I haven't known what the heck to do with my kid. Like, it's stressful dealing with what we're dealing with Trevor. Not to mention just day-to-day stresses. So my hope is to do that for myself, get some me time in, go to the gym. Because in all honesty, I don't think I could come home after dropping all the kids off and just sit here for 2.5 hours and be like, okay, what am I going to do with myself now? So there's that. Definitely focusing on me more. I am trying to lose weight. For now, I'm not going to follow a diet plan or anything like that. I'm just trying to make better decisions. I'm trying to eat breakfast in the morning. I don't normally like to eat breakfast. Drinking a lot of water and having 1 soda a day. I'm really hoping to kick my soda habit soon. Just making better decisions. If I want to have a sandwich, I'm not going to eat things like chips and treats and stuff like that. I want to kind of follow that 75-25 rule, where I'm eating good 75% of the time, and 25% of the time I can have a treat or whatever. But I'm really trying to avoid the things that we don't need. Chips and treats and things of that nature, and good carbs and proteins and stuff like that. So hopefully it sticks. Hopefully I lose some weight. I'm the heaviest I've ever been. And unfortunately I said that the last 2 years, and I keep getting heavier. So hopefully with the time now dedicated to it, I can, lose some weight. So couponing and stockpiling. We're not going to necessarily be stockpiling because that just doesn't work for us anymore. Stockpiling, I can stockpile cleaning stuff and, health and beauty items, but food, not as much. But we want to be shopping smarter. We've got our grocery budget down. We are going to try to do $600 a month. I have an extra $100 set aside if we need it, but I'm going to try to really stick to $600 a month, $100 per person. That includes when the kids buy lunch. That includes our breakfast, lunch, and dinners at home, snacks, everything. This also includes the money for our pets. So our chicken food, our cat food, and our cat litter. And this also includes all of our cleaning products and stuff like that. My washing machine is not doing well with liquid detergent anymore, so I need to do powder detergent or make my own. We use very few cleaners now. We've really gotten down to a very basic type of cleaner in the house. And I can do a whole video on that if that's something people want to learn about, but we don't spend a lot of money on cleaners now. So $600, and then I have an extra $100 buffer if I need it. I'm also going to be, doing my couponing on Sunday mornings. I'm going to go to Target and CVS then, get those deals done, and then we'll just have our grocery shopping and then our Costco trip. Hoping to do Costco hauls once a month. That's about as often as I go. Maybe every 2 weeks. Most of the time it's every 3 weeks to a month that I go to Costco. I'm thinking of doing Costco hauls if people want to see those. If you do, definitely let me know down below. Let's see here. Making sure that we're doing clothing and school supply deals. We've gotten to the point now that all of Aubrey's clothes and Casey's clothes are being passed, or Aubrey and Trevor's clothes are being passed down to Casey and Ellie, and we're at a point where we have bins and bins and bins. So our clothing cost shouldn't be much for the little kids, a few things here and there. The big kids, I get a ton of hand-me-downs from a friend for Trevor, so I'm pretty good with those. And then Aubrey, I also get a ton of hand-me-downs from a friend. And again, they're the things they want. Trevor likes the sports clothes, the Under Armour, the Nike, all that stuff. And Aubrey's getting a lot of Justice. So really making sure that we're really making our choices wisely for clothing and stuff like that. My mom always takes them school clothes shopping. My mom always gets them a couple things at Christmas. Taking those things into mind and making sure that we don't have an over surplus of clothes, because it's just not worth it. Ellie, yeah, she's 3, she kills her clothes, she's a little bit rough on her clothes. All the other kids, not as much. And just trying to shop clearance and sales and stuff like that. Same thing for back to school. Being smart with my back to school purchases and, spreading them out over time, and just really being smart with our money and setting it aside as needed. Fun event a month. Every month we want to plan one fun event for the kids. So we're going to be doing the fun event a month. We're going to plan one thing as a family that we're going to all do, something that we'll all enjoy. Sometimes it'll be focused towards other kids, sometimes it'll be focused towards the other kids, but things like going to the movies, going to a fun amusement park type place, anything like that. And then one cheaper or free event, going to the sledding and stuff like that. So that we're doing something basically like every other weekend, because we're trying to also teach our kids that we don't need to be going. Like, we're not going to be that family that we're doing something every weekend. It's not going to happen. Just like we're not that family that you guys are in 15 different sports. We are working in a family where there's one person working, and we're trying to teach them that. We're trying to teach them the value that maybe they should go to college and get a really good degree and have a nice big office job where they're making $150K a year, and it's easier for them to do those things, you know. We don't want to teach them that we're poor, because we're far from poor, but we're trying to teach them the value of working and education and things like that, because my husband does great. He does fantastic for us. We make good money. We're able to go on vacations. We're able to save. We're able to have everything that we need and more. But we're just trying to teach them the value of money, value of a dollar, you know, things like that. So there's that. I've talked about clothing, coupon and stockpiling. We're really trying to make sure that our savings doesn't fall below a certain number. That's really important to us. We really want to try to have it above that number at all times. So what we're doing this year, and it's different than we've done in the past, is we have our bills, which are a different amount each paycheck, but essentially around the same amount. And then we have our food and household, our gas. I'll look at it here. Our gas, the money that we give the kids to their Disney gift cards, and then the kids' allowance money, and then we have like X amount left over. So what we do is, and this is just hypothetical, so say we made $3,000 every 2 weeks. Let's say that $500 of that immediately goes to our mortgage. So now we're working with $2,500. So I made our budget based on us making around like $2,000 or $1,800 every 2 weeks. So that I say that the amount left over is, $1,800 minus all the things that I mentioned, and then that gives us, X amount left over. So say we have like $557.25. I'm going to take that $57.25 and immediately put it in our savings each week. And then we're going to take the money that's left over. So typically we make, we have that $2,500 left over, but I budgeted for $1,800. So now we're going to take this money and we're going to basically put all of it into savings, into a sinking fund. All that money is going to go there. I still have, my $500 left over for spending money throughout the next 2 weeks, which is $250 a week, which is more than enough considering I've paid our bills, I have our food and household, I have our gas, I've given the kids allowance. That's more than enough money, especially if we're doing one event every other week, so basically one event a paycheck. And we're really trying to focus on our clothing needs, not wants, and things like that. So all this money is going to get put into the savings. So now we figured if we're, as long as my husband's having his average time or whatever, we've put in $1,400 alone that month into savings, plus the extra money that we put in, the change that we put in. And then if my husband has a good month and he has a good month, and that's even more in there. So all this money is going to sit inside there. And so I have my budget on one sheet of paper, and then I flip over in my notebook, and on the next sheet of paper I have what our savings goals are, how much extra we're going to put in each time, what like our Christmas fund is going to be at, like projected to be at or whatever, and all that stuff. And then as I go throughout the months, because we sat down and I'm not kidding you, we did every single month's budget, thinking of all the extra things that we're going to need. Then we started paying some things off and things of that nature. So our goals this year, that we are doing this huge dump fund basically into, is because we have some pretty extensive goals that we want to really get accomplished. So we have some like major financial goals that we really want to obtain this year. So, we've always prided ourselves on being credit card debt free. We haven't had much, debt, in our life for credit cards. Occasionally we'll put something on it and we'll take it right off that month or whatever. They're all we just don't use them. We're too afraid to use them. We're too afraid that God forbid something were to happen, we wouldn't be able to pay them off. We wouldn't be able to pay our mortgage, and just be in that slippery slope. We have thought about using them sometimes. Like my husband uses a credit card for work, or for gas, to go to work. And each paycheck, I pay that off. But that's just because he doesn't like touching our account. Like, he has PayPal money, he has cash, he has from side work and stuff like that. And typically it's not enough, but normally he'll just charge everything on that credit card and then give me the cash and I pay it off. So we don't really ever have credit card debt. So, you know, that's one thing working for us, and I've always prided us on it. But, you know, 2 years ago we decided to finance my van because I needed to build some credit for myself. I know Dave Ramsey says you don't need credit, but, you know, my credit score is really low, and I really wanted to build some credit for myself. So, I'm on it as main, and then my husband's a co-signer, obviously, because I don't have a job. But it has been building my credit a little bit, and it's nice to have a better credit score. It really, really is. And I know it shouldn't matter, but it does. And, you know, people can say what they want, but it's just something that's weird for me that I wanted. So we have 2 years left on my van because we took a 4-year loan out on my van. So we have 2 years left on my van. So this year I would really, really like to try to pay a little bit extra each month like we have been and keep getting that final payment date closer and closer and closer. We also have some student loans. Now, I've always had these student loans. I've always said that we're debt free because I don't really count them as like credit card debt, but we do have a few student loans that we're working on paying off, and we have a few little ones that we're paying off this year. All of them are like under $3,000 or less, I believe. And there's 3 that we're for sure paying off. 1 we want to really try to pay off. So that's like a big goal of ours this year, to get it down to 1 big student loan left. And that's a huge one, and it's going to take a while to get that one off. But I think it's that mentality of, A, we're paying off little things, so we're paying off the balance, and we're seeing, you know, another zero balance on our bill each month, as well as we're freeing up a little bit of money to put towards that big one. You know, Dave Ramsey, snowball method. So there's that. And then we also have some big projects in our house. So we're redoing our main bathroom. We did it, the bathtub is just complete crap. We're definitely replacing our bathtub and putting tile around. We're also putting a new window in, which will mean that we need new blue board and stuff like that. We need a new shower rod now. We need a new fan, or fix ours. And then my husband might want a new toilet. We might get a new floor, and we might replace our vanity. So that's a big project. We've already priced it out. We have our budget in mind, and that's, you know, a main goal of ours. We also want to get some quotes on our driveway, decide if we should refill it or redo it. We're going to get the quotes to see if it's even possible to do this year or not, but that's on our to-do list. We also want to get a shed to put at the end of our driveway to put all of our lawn equipment in, all of the kids' like bikes and stuff like that, because they're getting all these new things and then they get destroyed. So that's like a huge goal of ours that we want to have done for this spring. We also want to get the kids a new pool if possible. That's a huge if possible. The kids really enjoy it. Their friends really enjoy it. We want just a little bit bigger, a little bit deeper pool in our backyard, as it's something that the kids use and just really, really enjoy it. We have a nice filter. Why not? But they're expensive, so that's, you know, maybe goal. And then, of course, we want to go to Disney again. We really hope to take the kids back to Disney either in April, June, or August of this year as, like, our, you know, annual vacation. We do want to take a vacation every year, even though we do have some, you know, major financial goals to do. But, you know, we think that you should, you know, reward yourselves for all the hard work that you do and stuff like that. So, and then there's Christmas, and I do have some plans for Christmas, but I'm not ready to talk about them yet. But we're definitely changing the way that we do Christmas in our home, and I think it'll be exciting for the kids. I think it'll be a change for the kids, but I think that they'll really, really enjoy it in the end. If you know what I'm talking about, because some of you are on a group that I'm in, don't say anything, because I know the kids watch these videos, and I want to make sure that they don't get spoiled by it. So, that's my goals, my resolutions, I guess. Sorry it was really long-winded, but that's our goals for 2016. Hope you guys enjoyed, and let me know what your top 3 goals, resolutions, to-dos are for 2016. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys soon. Bye.